This is Eric Humphrey, and this is Quiet on the Set magazine. Today we have the fabulous Lanett Tachel. I remember Lanett when she was just in college, about to graduate, and she was awesome. Then she did a music video for me called With These Hands. And my experience with Lanett was when I asked Lanett, can you cry on this scene? And all of a sudden, tears just flowed out like somebody dropped dead in front of her. And I said, this girl got like amazing range that I knew when she moved out to California, somehow, somewhere, she's going to be picked up on somebody's project. And now she's doing a whole lot of work there, and I'm so proud of her. So, Lanett, I want you to take over and tell me what's been going on in L.A. She is live in L.A. at this moment, y'all. Catch it.
Hey, thanks for having me on your show, Quiet on the Set, for the magazine. I'm just so proud of you and all that you are accomplishing and continuing to accomplish. And you look so great. You took me back with that memory of the crying on cue and the video. I feel like that was like last year. I guess maybe it was a lot more than that, but it seems so recent. Let me see, LA. LA is everything that people think it is, and a lot of stuff that people have no idea. Like, out here in LA as an artist, one of the first things you learn is that you need to hone more than one skill. That's just the bottom line, and it takes some people a little longer to learn that, and the people that learn it the fastest kind of go further. And what I'm learning is, as an actress, you come out and you are hungry and you are ready and you're like, I'm about to get off this bus and take over these streets. And the attitude is that, somebody's going to find you in a Starbucks, they're going to throw you in a film, and it's history. And literally 10,000 people a day come off that bus and think the exact same thing. So the difference is in how you go about approaching your artistry. And what I found out here is that you can love to act. I love it from the follicles of my toenails. Like, I love it. But at the same time, you need a platform. You need a platform. Bottom line. You can be super talented. And now there's social media and all different types of things that you can get on. But the bottom line is you need a platform. And one of those things that you can do is build it for yourself. And that has been the summation of what I've learned thus far in LA, is not waiting on somebody else to lend you their time and their studio and their opportunity for you, but it's you saying, look at what I did at home on my camera phone, look at these monologues, look at this YouTube series, look at these sketches, and then they say, oh, she's already got something. Now we see what she does. Let's use her. And that's the thing. It's not the agent. I love my agent. It's not the manager. You need a team that supports you, but they don't support you unless you take steps first. You got to take the steps so that they can know kind of what they're getting behind, what they're cheerleading, what they're pushing. And I'm still finding my way with that, and I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful to have that knowledge right now. It's gotten me in so many doors. Me not waiting on an agent or a manager. The first couple steps I took, it was just on a hunch. Me going in saying, this is what I got. I'm Lanett Tachel. This is what I do. Being me. And then somebody says, you got something. Let me bring you in here and see what you do. And the first time I got on set in LA was Ed Weinberger. He was the creator of The Cosby Show, long run of TV shows and things that he did, and he met me and he said, I got this new show coming up and it's called Bells. And at the time I was working at a restaurant, and I told, I said I was an actress, I'm this, and he said, well, I actually am doing a show about a restaurant and I need a restaurant consultant, so come on as a consultant and we'll see where we can get you in. Long story short, I end up booking a role. So that's my first TV role. I'm also a consultant on the show, and that was just from me wearing what I do on my sleeve in my restaurant, and then somebody taking a chance bringing me in, and then me having something to show. So that's part one of the LA experience for me, just trusting that trusting that you know what you got and not waiting on somebody else to give you the opportunity, but kind of forging the opportunity. Yeah.
So, so you've been on Bell, and you had other projects that you were preparing for. And what are those? Because I
Oh,
know.
sure. Well, yeah, that was my first one. That one got me. That one got me like, I can do this. You know, I can do this. You know, it feels good. The first time you see yourself on TV, you cringe a little bit. You go, "Ooh, I got to work on this. I got to fix this." And from Bells, it just became. Let me see. I ended up meeting a wonderful casting director on that show by the name of Phaedra Harris. And Phaedra Harris cast, you can look her up, long list of credits all the way down from Cool Runnings going into the current, but she cast a lot of things. And met her, and she said she had a class. And that's another thing in LA, is that you got to be careful whose classes you're going to. Everybody and their mama got a class for you and going to take your money. But Phaedra Harris, Phaedra Harris is one of those people where she puts her money where her mouth is. She's all heart. And I met her, came into the class, just was like, all right, this is what I do. I think they asked me why I was late. I was 5 minutes late. And I told her that I was so sorry, but I couldn't finish my stripper set in time to get to class.
Your stripper set?
My stripper set.
What is, okay.
And so she looks at me.
Oh, that's some acting right there. 'Cause that would have thrown me off.
So she looks at me with her mouth open, and the whole class is looking at me, and I say, "Hello, everyone. I'm Lanett Tachel, and I'm an actress." And then that's how the class started. And so ever since then, she's been like a mother figure, a mentor. No, I was never a stripper, but I just figured I didn't have a good excuse for being late. I might as well throw them off. So, that was kind of how we started our relationship. And she thought, oh, this girl's crazy. She's absolutely crazy. And she was right. And she put me in a lot of positions where I had to be fearless, had me reading for different up-and-coming directors, had me, just in situations in casting rooms that I would not have been in had it not been her connection and her belief in me and her saying, you know what, I might not be able to get you in a read for this role, but come in as a reader. And a reader is someone that is helping the other actors who have the good agents audition so that the directors can hear them. But what happens is a reader, if they're good, the director goes, who is this? Who is this helping with the auditions? And that, on more than one occasion, has opened a door for the director to then say, get her an audition, bring her back in. And so I was able to book a couple different jobs that way, TV, film. I met Leah Daniels Butler. She is phenomenal casting director out here. She's also the person that was casting, obviously, Empire season 1. Met her a couple years back when she was casting for Bentley Cal Evans, who was over Martin and a lot of the TV One shows that he's got going on. I love that girl. And then met with him and auditioned for My Crazy Roommate. And that was a pilot show with Layla Odom. Didn't get a second season, but bottom line, got me another door. Got me in another role. Got me more material for my reel. And so, after that, it kind of shot to movies for me.
Okay.
It kind of shot to movies.
I do have a question about, you said that there's so many classes out there that, you can take, and, you don't know whether or not they're going to be good, advantageous classes. So just with that, like, what are some things that you would recommend? I know you recommended one person in particular, their classes, but what are some things that beginning actors and actresses may not recognize as kind of like faulty line items in different class courses?
When they tell you that their class is a guarantee of work, you absolutely have to run. You have to run. It is illegal. You can't go to a class and then it's basically everybody is in a guild, is in a system. There's a code of honor. You are not supposed to, as a casting director, guarantee that anybody that comes through your door will get work. That's cheating the system. That's not how it works. But what they can guarantee is you get exposure. They can guarantee I have this person, and this person who are willing to come in on Saturday to watch you act. That person don't have to sign you. That person doesn't have to take your headshot home. But they can guarantee that they get you in front of people. So any classes that make guarantees beyond that, you gotta look at them with the side eye. Like, it's a money grab. It's a money grab at the end of the day. And there's a lot of people, like right now, y'all could come to LA, kick it with me, get off the bus, and start a class. And people would come. And people would pay you hundreds of dollars because you tell them you're going to make them a star. And the honest to God truth is, there's reviews on everything. Anybody that's had a class, there's going to be a review. Reach out to the students. Reach out to look at the projects that these people are involved with that are in this class. And then you can decide, is this something I want to do? You know, is it a class that's going to bear fruit? So that's just one of the things. Anything that sounds too good to be true, it's the old saying, but it is. It's too good to be true. You got to do the work.
So it seems like you've done the work, and you're still doing work, and I know you're still growing. And so there were 2 other shows that I saw you on just recently. Can you tell me what those were?
Sure. I don't know which 2 you saw me on. I know one of them that's out right now is called Sister Code.
All right, that's one of them.
Okay. Yeah, so that was really fun project. Really fun project that I did. And Phaedra Harris was the casting director for that one. Really great director. Corey Grant directed that project. It was written by someone else. I can't recall the writers, but basically it was a project where, once again, there wasn't a role that was in the original script. The role you saw me playing, it was like a fast-talking character named Wednesday that got on everybody nervous. She kept on talking. She was like, "Bang, what's up?" That's not me. But it was, what happened was I ended up in the room. Again, one of the characters wasn't there that day while in the rehearsal. I ended up filling in. Can't be afraid. That's the lesson out. Don't ever be afraid to fill in out here. I ended up filling in, and then the writer took note, the director took note, and everybody said, this girl needs something in this project. And so from there, the writer talked to me. He said, okay, I'm thinking of a character like this. And it blossomed into the role that you saw, crazy character named Wednesday, who can't give up on love on her ex-boyfriend, who's clearly over her. So
then that scene was at the bar, right?
At the bar.
Yeah, because you drove me crazy on that one. I said, my God, I was slapped.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was a really fun scene. Again, I mean, it just, when you're working with a group of people that aren't afraid to, like, get loose, you typically can have fun scenes like that. We had like I said, awesome director that was just like, play. This is the blueprint. This is the notes you have to hit, just like a song. You got to hit these notes. And nobody tells a singer how to do the runs in between. They hit these notes, stay on beat, and then some usually that's when you get the best work out of your actors, is when you trust them and you say, I want you to do A, B, and C, but I'm gonna let you color in between the lines a little bit.
So besides acting, are you doing any writing, any directing, and producing? Because I understand your mom and one of her colleagues, they wrote a short film called Sister, Sister, Sister that you were in as well.
First of all, let me say my mom is my hugest inspiration. Like, my mom's got so much artistry in her, she can't even sit down and contain it. Like, and it's 4 of us. I'm the oldest of 4 children, and all of us are artists in our own right. So just imagine the mothership. Like, my mom, you know, she can write, she's musically inclined, she can play by ear. So she wrote this short, Sister, 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 and it was about three women born in different decades by the same Rolling Stone father. And it was her first piece that she was able to write. She flew out to LA. We worked on it. I helped produce it along with Kathia Worsley, another amazing producer, and we got it done. And I don't know if did you ever get to see the final?
I saw the trailer.
I saw the final. It was great.
The final.
Thank you. No, she my hats went off to her. She had a vision. She wanted to make it happen. She said, I'm coming. I said, I'm here. And so, you know, it was a really beautifully crafted story, and it kind of got her revved up. So now she's currently working, you know, on a feature. I'm currently writing another feature. I just actually co-wrote and produced, and I'm acting in another movie that's going to be coming out very shortly, and it's entitled Illicit. And that movie is honestly probably, not even probably, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this movie because it was a project from the heart. I got to co-write this with the amazing writer-director Corey Grant, and we put everything into this script. It's an erotic thriller, in which our audience...
That's different for you, huh?
Hey, our audience doesn't see what we're about to put out there a lot, and right now it's actually in post-production. As soon as I have a trailer that I'm allowed to leak, then you know you'll see it first. But I'm super excited. We got a great cast on it. It's myself. It's also going to be, let me start from the top, David Ramsey, who is one of the stars in the TV series Arrow. There's also McKinley Freeman, who plays Derek in the current hit show Hit the Floor. And then we've got Vivica Fox is in it, Dean Cain's in it, the Essence Atkins. The list goes on and on. It's a phenomenal cast, and it's a phenomenal story. So I just can't wait for the audience's reactions. It's a touchy subject.
Well, you're doing the dag thing. You're doing it up. You hot in L.A.
No.
What do you have to offer? What do you have to say to the young talent that is coming up that wants to get into acting and wants to move to L.A.? I know you told us previously what you did, but what advice would you give the young people that's coming to LA to live their dream? What would you say to them? Because I know it's a hard time.
I would say to the young people, I would say, and I can't remember where I heard this quote before, but be humble, but let them know.
Okay.
That's what I would say to the young people in LA. Humility out here can get you in the back of the line, you know, so it's one thing to be humble, and then it's another thing to still walk in your truth and say, you know, I don't have to run my mouth about things that I'm not passionate about, but when I have something to say, you will hear me. When I have a talent, I will express it. People have to come out here with a plan. The plan will change, and that's okay. But come out with a plan. Don't come out and wait for the wind to blow you into the studio lot on Fox.
Or wait for something
come out here.
In your lap.
Come out here with some sort of game plan, and your gifts will make room for you. Like I said, my mentor, Phaedra Harris, is a phrase she uses all the time. When we get anxious and I'm trying and I'm not getting in these rooms, and what can I do? She always says, your gifts will make room for you. And so it's just, if you can just trust yourself, be confident in your gift. Don't let the voices of doubt creep in because they will overwhelm you. Be confident in your gift and be proactive. Don't be a one-trick pony.
But have a gift first. But have a gift first, right? You have to have a gift.
You gotta have a gift now.
You have to have a gift first.
Here's the thing: we're all God's children. We all got gifts.
We got something to
all
offer.
Have gifts in the same area, and that's okay. That I can't edit to save my life. The people that make me look good on screen can edit their butts off.
But you can't do it. They can stay in your lane, basically, when you come out there. Stay in your lane. There's nothing wrong with learning something new.
And what would you say as far as, like, I know a lot of people kind of cringe or get a little bit hesitant because, like, finances, they think it's going to be just too much. Like, what advice would you give as far as, you know, making a way as financially?
That's a great question. I mean, especially out here, the economy, it's insane. When I go home, outside of seeing my family, that I'm more happy to see the gas prices. It's real. It's real out here. I've seen gas go over $5 at one point. I almost had a heart attack. It's one of the things that you have to know out here is that there's opportunity. There's opportunity if you talk to the right people, talk to people that are like-minded. For me, I had to figure out, okay, who's out here doing what I'm trying to do? And how did they do it? Those are the first conversations. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. For me, with my schedule, in order for me to audition, in order for me to not have to call off work or get fired because I'm trying to leave and, audition for Coca-Cola, you have to find a job that will allow that. So one thing I tell people is if you have a job that doesn't require you to clock in, if you have a job where you can make your own hours, or you want to bartend 3 days a week on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so your entire slate is open for the week, do that. Don't think you're going to come out here and work a 9 to 5 in the doctor's office and make auditions.
That's some great advice.
Well, it's been an amazing conversation with you, Lanett. I'm like your favorite fan, and I'm just like an uncle. I'm like a big brother. I'm not going to put myself that old, but anyhow, you keep you keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And remain humble, and like your coach says, your gift will open the doors for you, and I believe it will. You got more amazing projects coming your way. You just don't know it yet, but it's coming.
I receive it.
You have a powerful way.
And when I don't see them come, I create them.
Right. You got to create your own. So, and that alone, the climate of the Oscars today. Can you give me give me your take on what's going on in Hollywood?
What are they saying? We want to know on the East Coast. We really want to know.
Boy. Oh boy! Everybody here is in an uproar.
Say something. Don't defame yourself now. It may be some award-winning.
I'm thinking. No, everyone. Honestly, everybody here is some people are legitimately offended, and some people are standing because this is what they're standing for with the boycott of the Oscars, and then there's other people that are bandwagoners, and they're going to jump on any cause because celebrities are endorsing the cause, and that's going to be with any aspect of life. My personal take on it is that the truest points that I've heard from all of these different people who are talking is that regardless of if you want to watch the Oscars or not watch the Oscars, the bottom line is we as a people have to be more proactive into pouring our resources into our people. Yes. Now, I can say that and go watch the Oscars because at the end of the day, my agenda, much like I believe the greats, it's not always how loud you scream, it's what you're doing. It's what you're doing for your community and in your community. And I was discussing this with somebody else earlier today. One of my favorites, obvious favorite, Denzel Washington. Mm-hmm. You don't hear him screaming a lot. But when you look at all the doors that he's opening and you look at the movies that he's directing that are African American and the projects that he's getting behind that aren't all white, he's moving. He's shaking. He's opening doors. He's not banging and begging and pleading. He's doing. I would just encourage Hollywood to just be doers. Just be doers. Then we don't have to bang on these doors that we're not getting in because we're too busy building our houses and attaching our doors. That's all.
Very well said. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like I said, Lanett, amazing. My viewing audience, I want you to know, guys, y'all better look out because this young lady, powerful in her acting, has mucho range. She'll make you laugh. She'll make you cry. She does a good chase scene too. I tell you that. She's a one, and look back without falling down on her high heels.
And looking cute in some scrubs too, by the way.
Oh, the Sex Sent Me. Oh, I forgot. Oh, that was a fun show. I think you're referring to the Sex Sent Me to the ER show.
Yeah, that was really funny. I forgot to mention that, but that was really funny. You was hilarious in that, and that whole show was hilarious. But
thanks.
For my viewing audience, I'm going to close out and let you give us an outro on Quiet on the Set, and tell us what to expect from Lanett in the future, and and we'll be done.
And also let us know how people that are interested in you can follow you on social media and get more information.
Sure. Okay, so first of all, thank you guys. Thank you, Quiet on the Set, for allowing me to just grace you today. Thank you for gracing me with your presence and for facilitating this interview. I really appreciate it. As far as what I would want to leave you with, I would just say it doesn't. I'm in LA. You guys are repping the DMV area. It doesn't matter where you are in this industry, especially with the technologies affording us what they are. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. That way we can fly coast to coast and dominate the whole thing.
Build our own houses, like you said.
Build your own houses. People have controversial views on Tyler Perry. He built his own house.
That's right. And he did it his way. And
That's
demand.
all.
And he's in demand regardless of what project he puts out there. It's like, I don't like him. He did all this ghetto stuff.
Haters. Oh my God, I can't take it.
Build your
He built
house.
an audience. He built an audience. He built an audience from the children's circuit.
Yeah.
And the audience grew. And then people started watching. And he has some serious films out there. Don't get Tyler mixed up. I mean, he has some good films out there. I mean, his comedy is comedy.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a businessman.
Right.
At the end of the day, he's a businessman. And it's just so funny if we could just, I'll leave us with this, if we would all just exert the energy into building our empires, the same energy that we expend on tearing down other people's,
right.
Man, how far would we be?
Right.
Wow.
You're amazing. You're amazing, Lanett. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you on screen. And hopefully the future projects that you are working on are blessed. We're gonna definitely keep keep in touch with you. We're gonna promote whatever you do. Just send it to Quiet on the Set magazine. We'll promote it. Tell your folks, your friends, your family, follow us, because our magazine, our goal is to lift the up and coming artists. I don't want to say stars, because stars fall. You have shooting stars, you have falling stars.
Here we go.
Stars, but we're gonna create a new universe of creativity. So I want you to tell them to follow us, because this is what we're doing. We're taking this platform and giving the artists like yourself platforms to speak and to express and to let people know there's a lot of talent out there, and it don't even have to be mainstream. It's there and it's everywhere. We just got to haunt it. We have to find them and highlight them. So
I love it. I appreciate you guys. You guys be blessed. Quiet on the Set. Follow. They're on every platform. Y'all are Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Follow Quiet on the Set. You can follow me on Instagram at Lanett_Tachel. That's LANETT_TACHEL. Same thing on Facebook, Lanett Tachel. I'm on Twitter sometimes. Follow me on the other two.
So it's excuse me. I know it's like maybe 7 of my time, almost 7, and like what?
3:40, almost 4.
About 3:45. Time to start the day.
I hear you. Oh, your day. Our day is ending. But we appreciate you and enjoy your evening. And we'll talk more. Look out, guys. I'm trying to tell you, we're going to build our own Academy Awards. We ain't going to worry about no Oscar. We're going to call it something else.
I believe you.
Cleopatra or something. Who knows?
I believe you.
Cleopatra, no.
We just going to shop the names around for now. We're going to shop the names around.
Yeah, we're going to shop around for names, because I feel like this. I watch a lot of, I'm going to make this quick, I watch a lot of independent films.
Yeah.
The most amazing stories come from independent films.
Yeah.
Most amazing actors are independent films. Stories that you don't even hear, you don't even see, because it's not in mainstream. Audience, start watching independent films, and you can see, I'm telling you, you can see so many bright, talented, well-deserved actors that need to be lifted and highlighted and celebrated. This is Quiet on the Set magazine, and we are taking off. Good night, all.
Good
night. Love you. Love you, Lanett.